He did something kind of scary. I basically filmed a little video, just kind of a thank you dedicated video to Abby Lee Miller, and I tagged her in. Now this is scary. Abby is tough. I like that. Here's the, and for so long, on my mom's side, like she's a hard, like didn't like her very much, like saying that she's not a good person and like all of that. Well, that's because she went like she made kids cry, and I'm like, it's their fault for not handling it. Like generally, in my opinion, why are you there? You can't handle it. Like when you go to dance, not go to dance and cry, it's to become a better dancer and train. And for me, I'm the type that you can scream at me when it comes to me dance, to my dance, and all you want. And guess what? You're not gonna get me to cry. You're literally, I'm just gonna build it up and up and just ignore all the screaming, and I'm gonna fix the correction and become a better dancer. So for me, that was kind of a thing. And so I was gonna showcase dance, like some of my dancing, but then I chose not to because I couldn't get in frame and like stuff, and also I'm still working on, like, here's the thing, and I'm not used to like doing turns on like this mat, and so yeah, like for me it was like trying to get like different, but yeah, it was really fun, and it was like kind of scary also. So yeah, I'm that excited. Like my dance career, like just my career in general is so exciting and so fun. Like generally, it's really really fun. And for me, here's the thing. Like this is a big thing for me is that I for some reason don't focus on the like exciting stuff. Like I what I mean by that is like when like for me I learned that I try not to get like overexcited when it comes to like getting more subscribers. Like for me, I'm very grateful for it all and thankful. Like generally for all of that, like very very thankful and like I yeah like I'm very thankful, and that for me is like I just don't give up. Like I'm a hard worker. Like for me, literally when it comes to my dancing, and like when it comes to my dancing, I'm a very hard worker. Like I literally, I'll be given a correction, and I will work on that dance, and until I fix that correction. So if I don't fix it the first time, I try to force myself like, okay, you're gonna fix it the first time, and I try to fix it and stuff. But when it comes down to like, I don't give up. So if I don't know the dance, I'm gonna keep working at it until I learn the dance. Like and that's something big when my mind gets set on something, and it's not easy to convince me otherwise. I always like, and when I come up with an idea in my head, you can't convince me otherwise. And that's something that is like something big about me. Like even when it comes down to like merch, like literally with merch, like I brought the idea up around like Christmas time of 2019. Yeah, that's when I like brought the idea up, and my dad was against it, and then pretty much like, yeah, it was a thing, like, for me. It's a thing. And that I don't stop. Like, I just don't stop. So for me, like, it was a big thing, about, like, it was a big thing for me, which was that, like, I didn't stop. Like, literally, at first, he never gave me an answer. He just kind of went like, nah, and then, like, I went like, well, can you at least let me, like, explain? So and then basically, I just never got an answer. Then finally, at one point, he, like, gave me an answer, and, like, but no, I, like, didn't stop. Like, I kind of would just ask him every while. Then finally, he, like, turned it down, and I, like, got really upset by that. Like, because in my mind, I don't, like, for me, my parents don't ever, when no comes, no means no. That's always been saying now, coming from my dad and me. My mom, on the other hand, no doesn't always mean no unless it's something that I actually should be doing. But, no, because, like, sometimes, like, she'll, like, say no to something that's, like, trying to, like, scare me or and because she wants it her way, and then, like, I'll bring it up to my dad and he'll, like, talk to her and be like, I'm, like, fidget spinners. I literally, when that was a trend, I got very excited. I actually got a fidget spinner, and I got a fidget spinner, and then people were being dumb with it, which was really upsetting to me, because first you shouldn't be dumb with it. Like, literally someone, like, attached it to a motorcycle. Like, they attached it to something and then attached to, like, a motorcycle and then put their finger there and it got chopped off, pretty much. Like, sorry about, like, people were being really dumb and, like, chewing on them and different things and then to the point where my mom went, like, I had one at the point, a really cool one, and she took it away from me one day. And it wasn't like, oh, I was being dumb with it too. If anything, I was. She took it away, and I was kind of upset, but then, like, my dad talked to her, like, didn't really change anything, but then, and a few years ago, once it kind of, they weren't as big, I feel like. She basically letting me get one. I don't know if it's because it was a knockoff brand, and so she didn't realize or something, but she let me get one, and I was excited. So yeah. But for me, like, I'm very determined, and so finally, I got really upset about the merch thing because I really liked the idea. And then my dad kind of went like, well, it's a thing. Like, and so because I actually was filming, that's the funny story. And when he finally went like, we'll talk about it on Monday. I was filming because I was really upset, and I was in the recording studio filming, and he went like, where are you? And I'm like, in the recording studio, and he comes in and he's like, I will talk about it on Monday, and I convinced him, and yeah. And yeah, so with me, I'm a very hard worker, and when I set my mind to something, there's no changing it. There's no changing it, even if it takes years. I'm still gonna. Sam. So yeah, for me, it's just always been this. And I started dancing when I was 11, almost 12. I love dance. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to dance. I want to try every style of dance. I want to try every style of dance. I want to succeed with every bit of it, and I don't hold back. I'm a hard worker when it comes to it. I don't stop. And that's something that I like about myself, is that I don't stop, and that it means a lot to me, like just doing good. And hate just never got to me. Like when my dad first saw, like when I first took a dance class, and my dad saw how excited I was. Like once I was in there, like going every week, at that point we talked about like getting me in another dance class for like over a year. And finally, the reason we weren't going back to the original dance was because there wasn't enough people signing up anymore. So, like, the teacher kind of had to quit and that dance class, like, ended. But now, finally, throughout that time, I would be in the living room just choreographing my own routines and dancing and having fun. And now, I don't stop. I do what I love. Okay, I'm gonna pretty much end this here because I have to go film the hip hop scene. Or I wish I would have told sooner. And also the hammock scene.